2024 is set to be the year of generative video, and Adobe is adding more fuel to the fire with their announcement of Firefly's integration into Premiere Pro. What up, y'all? I'm Phil Buck, and you're watching AI Roundup, your weekly digest of all things AI related. If you like what we're doing here on the show, please hit that like button and sub to the channel. Today, we're digging into the announcement by Adobe that generative AI is coming to Premiere Pro. Adobe's suite has long been the benchmark for video professionals, although it's recently been challenged by DaVinci Resolve for dominance. But with this evolution, they may be making a comeback. The introduction of Adobe's generative AI capabilities signifies a monumental shift. Central to this innovation is the Adobe Firefly video model, complemented by the ability to integrate robust third-party AI tools like OpenAI's Sora and Runway ML and more. These sophisticated technologies are not just additional features, they are deeply integrated into the editing workflow, allowing for the seamless creation and modification of content right within Premiere Pro. Let's take a look at some of the features that are going to be coming to Adobe Premiere Pro. First up is Generative Extend. This is a feature that it's subtle, but it's powerful. It allows you to generate additional frames at the start or at the end of a clip, which is allowing you to seamlessly extend shots without a need for reshooting. This is particularly useful for achieving perfect timing in edits or extending a key moment just a little bit longer to enhance the narrative impact. This kind of reminds me of the remix feature in the Essential Sound panel of Premiere, but on steroids. Remix simply takes an existing audio and lets you extend it by kind of like resampling the parts of the music, and it beat matches it for you. But now you'll be able to do this with video and create new portions of the video entirely from scratch thanks to Firefly. Next up is a feature that I've been wishing for in Premiere for a long time, and honestly, I didn't really ever think it would happen. It's just something that I used the tool in Photoshop, and I thought, wow, wouldn't it be great if I could do this in Premiere? Well, now you can do object addition and removal right in Premiere. Imagine being able to remove an unwanted object from a shot or add a complex visual element without manually tracking or complex keyframing. The new AI-driven tools in Premiere Pro use advanced masking and tracking technology to make these tasks quicker and more intuitive than ever. Whether it's erasing an accidental appearance of a crew member or inserting a digital object that feels right at home in the scene, these tools redefine the possibilities within post-production workflows. I mean, yeah, that's an understatement. I really can't wait to get my hands on this. If you guys have seen some of the stuff that I've had to, hack together with Photoshop, Premiere, Adobe After Effects, now this is going to change the entire game. Okay, yet another feature, generative B-roll. Generating B-roll footage can be time consuming, and it's especially difficult when specific visuals are needed to match the tone and style of a project. With generative AI, editors can now input descriptive text prompts to create relevant B-roll clips that fit perfectly with their projects. This tool democratizes access to high-quality footage, potentially reducing dependence on stock footage libraries and allowing for a more tailored and creative approach to visual storytelling. I mean, I'm not so sure if it really democratizes as much as it just saves a ton of time of having to search through stock video libraries, as well as make tweaks to things on the video like color grading to make it match with your tone of your project. I have to admit, I'm a bit skeptical of how useful this will be, as I haven't been super impressed with how Firefly renders images in Photoshop. Typically, I've found Firefly's generative tools better for utility purposes, such as we've talked about, expanding the size of an image or removing text or an object from an image that you just don't want in there. Rather than when I have it generate something that would be the sole focus of the image, such as a person or a product, it doesn't really nail it on that. So I'm really curious to see how this will work in video. Adobe's vision does go beyond just adding new features. They are committed to an open platform approach, providing editors with the flexibility to choose from different AI models that specialize in various aspects of video production. This openness ensures that editors can work with the tools that best suit their specific creative and technical needs. I thought it was super exciting to see that they are already planning to add the integrations for Pika Labs, Runway, and Sora's generative video models. I mean, I haven't got to play with Sora yet, but it's already made tons of waves. And if you haven't heard about that, we actually did a video a few weeks back, and go check that out. I can't wait to get my hands on it. And I think it's really exciting to know that, hey, if you've gotten used to using a certain model, or maybe you're training your own, like for instance, Stable Diffusion video models, maybe you're making your own and you'll be able to plug them into Premiere. I mean, that sounds like a win to me. Additionally, Adobe is keen on maintaining transparency and trust in the age of AI. One of the only ones that I've honestly seen doing this. And through their implementation of content credentials, Adobe provides a clear record of how content has been created and altered using AI tools. This is essentially a nutrition label for content creation, and it not only fosters transparency, but also supports creators in establishing credibility and authenticity in their work. I'm a bit skeptical about this one because we know what the climate is for generative AI out there. I don't know that many people are going to say that this helps with credibility or authenticity. On top of that, I feel like, stuff like with the watermarks, which that's what's going to reveal this is AI generated content. It can easily be hidden or removed. I mean, just think about it. You just take your video and expand it a little bit or crop it. But I think this is a step in the right direction. So in addition to enhancing creative possibilities, Adobe's integration of AI into Premiere Pro is designed to streamline tedious aspects of the editing process. By automating routine tasks, creatives can focus more on the artistic component of video production, pushing the boundaries of what can be achieved in post-production. And honestly, I do think this is probably the biggest win for generative AI as a utility tool of being able to, hop into a project and work on it without having to go find new resources. I think that's really where you're going to see generative AI continue to be accepted and thrive in artistic arenas. Whereas, just generating a video from scratch and trying to put it out with AI, I don't think you're going to see that flying anytime soon. But I do think this is a great way to implement it, and I do see it, coming into my workflow for sure. What do you guys think? Do you plan on using AI with your videos, or do you think this is just another huge danger that's going to create all this misinformation? Everybody always says that, but I think that stuff is already out there. I don't think AI is going to change it a whole lot. It is going to change it some though. So tell me what you think. Share your thoughts. Keep this conversation going in the comments, or even better, join us in the MSP Media Network Discord for a more heated or more nuanced debate. All right, that's it for today's AI Roundup. If you're enjoying what we do here on the show, please hit that like button and sub to the channel. Signing off for this April 17th episode of AI Roundup, I'm Phil Buck, and I'll see you next time.
This has been a broadcast of the MSP Media Network.